Welcome to Melbourne's Tullamarine International Airport. Directly behind me is Terminal 2, the major international terminal serving the city of Melbourne. I am extremely overdressed for Melbourne at the moment as it is quite warm. However, the city that I will be travelling to is quite cold, so I do need to rug up. Today we will be flying to Christchurch, the southern capital of the South Islands of New Zealand, with Air New Zealand on board an Airbus A320neo in just shy of 3 hours' time. Having flown in from Sydney less than an hour ago, it was time that I made my way out of the country, specifically to the South Island of New Zealand. As I have stated in too many videos to count, Melbourne is Australia's largest and most populous city, surpassing Sydney by nearly 18,000 people. Melbourne's Tullamarine International Airport is served by 79 airlines flying to 74 destinations in 22 countries. These airlines are spread across over 4 different terminals. In today's case, we shall be using Terminal 2, which is the international terminal here at Melbourne. Air New Zealand, surprisingly, doesn't have as large of a presence as one might expect, having only a handful of self-service check-in kiosks, manned counters and a bag drop facility. One thing to point out is there is a premium lane for business and premium economy passengers. Check-in this afternoon was a breeze, taking only a couple of minutes with the lovely ground staff. Immigration was quite the hike away from the entrance, with many different shops spread across the back wall, giving travellers one last opportunity to spend their money before leaving the country. Having cleared security and customs, I continued forward through the usual duty-free shopping precinct. I usually ignore duty-free as the tax refund on most items isn't really worth it. However, in today's rare case, I found some alcohol not found in Dan Murphy's, so I went ahead and bought a bottle of whiskey. Melbourne's airport is not an airport that I'm usually flying from, specifically this terminal. The terminal is laid out initially with an S-bend, forcing travellers to spend as much time in duty-free as possible. Priority Pass members have access to 3 lounges here, namely the House Lounge, Plaza Premium, and today's choice, the Mar Harbour Lounge. This particular lounge is located on level 2 and is right across from the Qantas First Class Lounge. Access to this lounge, excluding Priority Pass, is only for those in premium classes, for example, JAL, Vietnam Airlines, China Southern, and China Airlines business class passengers. Once inside, the lounge is spread out like the letter C, with ample seating for approximately 200 to 250 people. The lounge also provides a variety of different seating options, from comfortable armchairs to more private seating areas. The lounge this afternoon was fairly empty, as not many flights were departing at that time. However, in saying that, as the afternoon became the evening, the lounge slowly began to fill up. In my experience, the food and beverage options in a lounge can either be a hit or a miss. In today's case, it was definitely a hit, as the menu today was quite extensive, featuring a selection of hot and cold dishes, pastries, fruits, amuse-bouche, and snacks. The menu often includes both local and international options. The main dishes for today were butter chicken, mac and cheese, lamb moussaka, tagliatelle, steak, mashed peas, steamed veggies, and pea, ham and leek soup. For starters, I decided to have a mini charcuterie board with brie, cheddar, olives, and crackers, as well as a glass of sparkling wine. Later, I decided to grab a bowl of butter chicken and rice with mushy peas, as well as a soft bread roll, Summersby apple cider, and a glass of Fanta. Whilst enjoying dinner, soon my inbound aircraft arrived from Christchurch. Today's aircraft is an Airbus A320neo, registered as Zulu Kilo November Hotel Foxtrot. She was built and delivered brand new to Air New Zealand in August 2021, making this aircraft not even 3 years old. Before leaving the lounge, I decided to grab some dessert, which was vanilla bean ice cream, blueberry cheesecake and an apple pie, as well as a glass of orange and pineapple juice mixed. Inside the lounge is a communal bathroom for both men and women. There are also private showers which are quite spacious and have decent water pressure. For anyone curious, there are towels and toiletries that can be obtained from the front desk and are on a first-come, first-served basis. Unfortunately, my lounge time had come to its close, as boarding for my flight had just commenced. As I explained earlier in the video, the second half of this terminal is laid out like the letter T, with gates on nearly all sides. I kinda made the dumb decision by staying way too long in the lounge, and I nearly missed my flight. Tonight's flight will be departing from gate 16 Alpha. No, that's the thing, there's no boarding calls up in the harbour lounge.
On the harbour lounge?
Yes.
Thank you, Luke.
Yes, thank you so much. After my boarding pass was scanned, I stepped onto the jet bridge, being the final passenger to board. Air New Zealand's A320neos are in an all-economy class configuration with 165 seats and a standard 3-3 layout. Interestingly, there is no row 1 on the left-hand side, and the first 10 rows on the left-hand side are what Air New Zealand call Space Plus. Tonight I shall be seated in 4 Alpha, which is a part of Space Plus area. The Space Plus seat has 34 inches of pitch and 17 inches of width. There is a standard tray table that folds down and extends. In the seat pocket you'll find a safety card and 2 air sickness bags. Above are individual reading lights, air vents and a flight attendant call button. Above the tray table are headphone ports and 2 USB ports. Offered during boarding to all passengers were reusable earphones in a paper packet. Soon we commenced our pushback from gate 16 Alpha, 15 minutes ahead of our scheduled departure time. We taxied to runway 27 via Uniform, Alpha, Echo and Quebec. Now please enjoy this unedited takeoff. After takeoff, we spun around over the western suburbs of Melbourne, setting up an easterly course for New Zealand. Flight time tonight is 2 hours and 57 minutes, covering a distance of 2,472 miles or 4,300 kilometers, cruising at 37,000 feet. After making our initial turn, we passed directly over the CBD, and in the distance was the airport in which we just departed from. On the back of every economy class seat is a 10-inch HD touch entertainment screen. Before getting to the features of the screen, however, a message by the New Zealand government was shown on all screens. The entertainment screen features a wide variety of different options to choose from. There are movies, TV shows, music, games, and an in-flight map, which is pretty good. Interestingly, on longer flights you can actually order food off a menu. The aircraft is also equipped with in-flight Wi-Fi, enabling connectivity throughout the entire flight for free, which earns Air New Zealand a gold star. As we left Melbourne behind, shortly we passed over Traralgon, located in the beautiful Gippsland region of southeastern Victoria. As we left the coast of Australia behind, my attention turned away from that of Australia and to the food that I was about to be served, which for starters was a bar service, and I asked for a gin and tonic. This was then followed by dinner, to which I was served a soft bread roll with squeezed butter, coleslaw salad, a chocolate brownie, and the star of the meal was the Italian chicken with green beans and mashed potatoes. Personally, this is some of the best economy food I've ever had, as the chicken was tender and moist, whilst the sauce was a little spicy and had great flavour. As we finished crossing the Tasman Sea, we flew directly over Okariro, which sits on the northern side of the South Island. On board the aircraft are 3 bathrooms, all of which are filled with your standard items. However, this bathroom also has native New Zealand butterfly species on the wall with quirky aviation-related names. Just prior to descent, the crew handed out the famous Air New Zealand lolly, these 3 being apple, raspberry and pineapple flavoured. Soon we commenced our descent into Christchurch. Whilst on the way down, there wasn't much to be seen honestly, as there was a fairly thick cloud layer hanging over the island. The lateness of the day also didn't do me any favours. Eventually, however, the clouds did let up, and I was able to see the flicker of the lights from the houses below. One thing to note about all the flights that fly into Christchurch at night is that they generally land all at the same time. However, in today's rare case, we were the first one to land. This was due to the fact that we had flown faster than usual, and we landed slightly early. Now please enjoy this unedited landing. After landing, we taxied back to the international terminal via Alpha 5, Alpha 15 to Gate 30. We pulled into Gate 30 a staggering 20 minutes ahead of our scheduled arrival time. With one final thank you to the amazing Air New Zealand crew, I disembarked the aircraft and made my way inside the terminal building. However, I was blissfully unaware of the complete shit show that was about to occur at customs. I've never had any issue with carrying my equipment around an airport when it's turned off, but one particular customs official did not like that I had filmed on board the aircraft, and if you've seen my previous Air New Zealand review, you'll know that this is a common occurrence for this airport. Flying on Air New Zealand tonight was a rather pleasant and memorable experience for me. The lounge in Melbourne, whilst not being related to Air New Zealand at all, was excellent and one I am very keen on visiting again, which could be very well in the near future. One thing I must mention, Air New Zealand, like Jetstar, have different price points for the same seats. I chose the Works tonight, which came out to be 420 Australian dollars. So just keep this in mind whenever you fly Air New Zealand. Depending on what fare type you buy will depend on how good of an experience you get on board. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, comment and subscribe. Make sure to check out the other videos I have on my YouTube channel. And also, I now have a Discord server. Feel free to join. Link at the top of the description. And don't forget to ring that notification bell if you enjoy my content. And if you would like to see more, I post my videos every Friday at 8 PM Sydney time. And I hope to see you again in the next one. See you later!